listening to Rockers for Wildlife Radio with Paul Paget, only on LA Talk Radio.
Hey, it's Paul Paget. Here we are, Rockers for Wildlife, and it is an amazing Wednesday. Boy, has it been some interesting events breaking loose. Holy mackerel. We woke up into a whole new element, and we are going to, you know what, today we're going to kind of shift it around. You know, we've been bringing musical snacks in. We've had some pretty sensitive topics we've also brought up, and, today I think is a good day to really discuss some of these things. I know you might get a little bored out there, but I know it's topic of the water fountain right now of everywhere, and it's across the board. So I've got some amazing guests here today. I have got Tess Cacciatore from the Gwen Network. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you. So good to be here.
Oh, we're so proud to work with you and be a friend and to love this lady to death. She has done so much. Her body of work is amazing, and I'm not going to spill the beans on the front end and let her do that. She's really good at it. So I also brought one of her good friends that works with her, and that's Tatiana Dektar. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Now, she's a model. She's an actress. She's an activist for just so many issues for women, and she is a martial arts expert. So if I mess up, she is going to kill. You're not?
Not an expert, but I'm a devoted student.
Well, devoted student. So that means that she'd probably take me to the mat in about 3 seconds and beat me up. So
she's a peaceful one.
Yeah, she's a peaceful one. Just don't mess with her. She'll poke your flipping eye out and give you a karate chop. And then we've got our wonderful friend, Michael Kenner. How are you, buddy?
Hey, Paul. How are you?
I'm amazing and getting better by the second, my friend. This is a good day. It's another day to do something amazing with our lives. It is the greatest day of our life, isn't it?
Yes,
because
it's today.
Did I hear a cricket?
We all woke up and we're here.
I heard a cricket almost chirp in between there.
It's a great day.
Then we have our revisiting guest. She is going to be a revisiting guest for a long, long time.
Very excited.
Very excited to have her on board. And we've got Lori Woodley again. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. How are you today?
God, I am. The sun's
a day.
shining. It is a day. But you know what? This is another chance to do something amazing.
Yes.
You know, and we've got a chance to inspire people. And that's the concept that we're going to do. We are going to, if I can wake up every day, this is what I want to accomplish. If I can inspire one person a day to do something a little more positive, have a little more stride in their step, I've accomplished what I need to do. It's baby steps. You know, that's where people fail massively is they want it all now, they want it immediately, but everything's a crawl before you walk, walk before you run, and run before you sprint. So I've always said I'm not in a sprint, I'm in a marathon, you know.
Long haul.
It is. It's a long haul. And that's why when we meet up with wonderful friends, I was at the Global Green Awards and watched Lori and Shailene receive a wonderful award, and it was very inspiring. And it's enough that, you know what, it drew us all together. And there's topics out there that I stand behind. There's ones that I don't stand behind. But here's the thing. It's not based on my opinion. It's based on all of the things that it's affecting. You know what? I'm opinionless when it comes to it because I know one thing. I don't know everything. But other wonderful people, if we combine it, what's TEAM stand for? Together, everybody achieves more. Bam! With that being said, and my phone's lighting up over that. Wow. Huh. Boy, I must have inspired somebody. That's a possibility. So you know what? We also have some music on deck. It's not all going to be dry and drab and blasé today. We are definitely going to be swinging in some music snacks for everybody's hunger. So I want to start off. Tess, oh my Lord, I have watched this unfold over the last, God, it's 6 months or a year that you've been really burning it up. Now, homeless to the White House. Amazing.
How timely is that?
Homeless to the White House. Boy, if there couldn't, as I was talking to Lori earlier, there are no coincidences. These panels and these teams and all of the things we experience in life are critical to our journey. They led us here today. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, I didn't realize the connection with the dates when you said November 9th. I said, okay, put it in my calendar, and we marched on, and then here we are. So it's really divinely in time.
It is. And you know what? I let God work through me, because the 9th I already knew was after the 8th. That was just kind of an easy give me. But I also knew we would have extensive levels of topics breaking loose, because the playing field has just now changed. So hopefully it's changed for the better. Here's the type of guy I am. I am glass half full. So I'm a firm believer that there's enough pain, tragedy, and the people did stand out and speak yesterday. So here's the one thing I do want to mention. Regardless of which side of the fence you are, and if you're happy or unhappy about the results, it doesn't matter, because what we saw was a shift in the way that people stand together for change. People are tired of it. People are worn out with the same rhetoric. I run through, with being an environmentalist and philanthropy work that I do, we're running into red tape. If I could actually go out, and I'd spoke in front of the leaders of the world at the IUCN in Hawaii back in August. And what was interesting about it is that they're spending $17 trillion a year to find planets 100 million light years away. I asked them if they would shift half of that 17 trillion to all of us that are doing work in the oceans, because remember, everybody, we're not a land planet, we're a water planet. And so if we don't work from that aspect, we are done. And so if they'd shift the half of the 17 trillion for 3 years, I have scientists and teams around the world that we could actually solve a lot of the massive problems and preserve this planet, the gift we were given, so we can pass this on to our kids, their kids, and so on and so forth. And that means action now. It's not, we are at the tipping point that there is no more waiting. They knew all this back in the 60s and 70s. This isn't a new topic. It's greed that has taken over our lives. And now we're having to navigate that greed. So let's talk about some wonderful things, because Tess has an unbelievable story. You were homeless. You lived, wasn't it in your car for like 17 months or something like that?
No, the good thing about it is that I didn't live in my car, and I wasn't in a shopping cart on the streets. I didn't have
that wasn't you I
addiction.
saw on the steps?
Well, I might have been on the steps, but
because that was my little refrigerator cart next to you.
I know, but it got me close enough to the edge. It's really about how we take our journey and where we go, and having faith and jumping in, and we get to move forward from today forward as a unified force of people, because you're right, everyone got to stand up and have their voices heard. So that's what I'm really about. That's one of my strongest points, giving a platform for people to have their stories told so we can all heal. So did you want me to talk a little bit about why, or
yes,
the rabbit hole?
Just take us down.
The Homeless to the White House, it morphed over the last 7 years. I started writing it when I came back from Ghana. I do a lot of work in Africa. But in 2010, I took a leap of faith. I was contacted from this man out of Belgium who is a Congolese businessman, and he heard about my work as a documentarian, and he told me this story about him wanting to run for Congo president. Mm-hmm. He grew up there. And he wanted to go back and help his people. And I was doing some research at the time, and I realized how we are connected around the world in more ways than many. And one of the things that I was really passionate about is the women and children in Eastern Congo who are being brutally raped and attacked and murdered on a daily basis. And it's increased exponentially since I even began the research. For instance, in 2010, 6 million people have died since then. And in just 6 years, 6 more million have died. So it's 12 million people. And the main thing is that the minerals there are very well rich. Yes. And coltan is what drives our cell phones. I look around, we all have a cell phone attached to our hip. So we're responsible for what happens over there. We are interconnected.
Absolutely.
So I got passionate about it, and I said, okay, I'll be your documentarian, your new media person for your campaign, and let's go. So I went through Ghana, through Angola. I went into Congo by myself. I was undercover, and because he was accusing the current president of trying to kill him. So he couldn't go in there. So I had a driver and a translator and me. And we started tracing the places that he told the story of how he was almost assassinated. And the first day, my book opens up with me being in the backseat of that car with a gun pointed at me from a military guard who was on the street. And he was walking towards us, and I saw the gun, and I said, we got to get out of here, and we raced our way, and I turned around, and he couldn't chase us because he was on foot. So that's the opening of the book. The first, I broke it up into a trilogy. So the first one is called The Rabbit Hunter, which is about us carrying, just how we get sucked into the dangling carrot, how we all get talked into following somebody else rather than following our own intuition and our own gut. And I just kept going because I kept seeing the faces of these babies and women.
Absolutely.
So when I got to Belgium, he was supposed to pay me for 6 months of work, and he sent me to the airport by his wife with €100, which is about $60 American. And so I had been gone for a couple of months, and I'd worked for 6 months. So I came home and surrendered my home, my belongings. I got 2 suitcases and 2 cat carriers, and I moved 12 times within 17 months. So as I said, to start off, I wasn't in the dire straits of the homelessness, but it got me that close that I really became even more compassionate, if that's even possible, to the plight of where people are. So proceeds from my book are going to help homeless people in LA to begin and help with the shelters. And through that process, Gwen was born. So the whole book will unfold over the next several months. And on March 8th, we're going to launch the platform called Gwen.
Love it. We'd love to be part of that launch. So please make sure that. Now, I remember a while back, I was over at your studio and you were showing me some of the work you were doing, Finding Gwen.
Yes.
Oh my God. Well, that brought tears to my eyes. It choked me up so bad. Talk a little bit about that. Give everybody a 1 minute overview of what Finding Gwen was about.
So Finding Gwen, well, Gwen stands for Global Women's Empowerment Network. So we're Gwen. And I've been wanting to do a platform where we can have films and TV shows. And you all 3 were at the premiere and screening of Road to Redemption last week.
Yes.
So one of our TV shows is called Finding Gwen. So what I got inspired about was women talking about themselves, about the beauty within. Everyone's so judgmental, especially living in Los Angeles, about, the plastic surgery, the Botox, the weight, the everything, and just to be empowered and feel beauty within. So I had this song inspired by Magnolia Memoirs called No One Like You. And I saw them perform at City Hall when I was there talking about Gwen. And it brought tears to my eyes. I said, I see women looking at themselves in the mirror. This was a relationship song that Melody and her team wrote, but it was so beautiful that I got 17 women from different walks of life, from age 12 all the way up. And I had them do this mirror exercise, which they had to look in themselves in the mirror. And if you've ever done that, we go in there and we brush our hair or brush our teeth or whatever, and we move along. We don't really stare at ourselves in the mirror to really connect to our soul and to say, I am. And then you fill in the blank. So we had so many transformations of women that got to really explore the beauty within.
Wow. The power of it was insane. You could see the emotion. You could see these women that hadn't looked in the depth of their soul like that and what it was doing to them. And the
so we're turning
transformation.
it into a show.
It's amazing. It should be a show. It's amazing work. I've produced a lot of stuff, and that was probably in the top 5 of some of the most powerful human things I've ever seen.
Oh, thank you.
It
That
was
means the
solid
world.
as a flippin' rock. Brilliant idea.
Thank you.
Talk about empowering, tearing it down, empowering it up. One of the things I want to do, we are going to, now Tess is multi-talented, very multifaceted, and I know we've got a bunch of other things to talk with our other guests, but she produces a lot of music, and I've been privy to some of these musical snacks that she's filled me up with. So we're going to take a switch over to a song so I can feed you a little music, get a little stride in your step today. And then I'm going to come back because we have Doug McLean. He's been on the show with us. Is he at Standing Rock right now?
No.
Okay. Back east. But we also have Lori Woodley, and we're going to be talking about some of the issues with Standing Rock. And we're going to weave in and out of all of our guests because it's just the way it works around here. Politics of Love. Here we go. What a beautiful title for the
Can I
day
just put
after.
a little quick
put a
thing
little
in there?
twist on it.
So I wrote the lyrics 20 years ago, and the guy who ran for president said, I think I want to call my campaign something like Love for Politics. And I said, we need to put love inside of politics. And I have a song I wrote 20 years ago, went out to my garage, found the lyrics, and then produced it with Congolese people and Francesco de Cosmo, is going to hopefully be here later. He's the bass player on it. So I
It
just want
was
to give the
amazing.
context to it.
Yeah,
and that's
she
coming out this week.
Arranged it like nobody's business, and that was the Congo. You were there. Is that where you recorded?
We recorded
everything?
it here in Los Angeles, but
you?
we have Congolese women singing stand up in different languages of
amazing.
African languages. Stand up, so we get to stand up and Standing Rock. I have chills right now. I'm so excited to hear what you're doing, and I want to support you.
Okay, here we go. Politics of Love, and this is amazing. Here you go. Here's a little snackarooski.
Amen, sababu ya wamama wa Kongo na watoto wa Kongo. Telema. Lutelama mudamuda mama yebana baku Kongo. Simameni. Telema. Lève-toi. Lutelama. Telema pour la bana ya Congo.
Stand up. These are the politics of love, the price of our emotions. These are the politics of love, and we want such devotion.
Imprinted images inside that we can't control. Reflections of the truth. Anger lies behind. Standing on the corner, look into a puddle and see what's in your reflection. Your reflection. I see a secret place inside your mind. Indecisiveness doesn't seem too kind, but it seems to hide all your pain. But what about their pain? Their pain, her pain, his pain, my pain, your pain.
Are you saving your passion for a rainy day?
Don't you realize that I realize your ways?
Go back, don't hide, just
Because it be too late.
stand up for what you believe.
You believe you fell in love with distance and you went too far. You became protected, covered and scarred. Starting to dismiss all of your promises. Promises turned into lies.
These are the politics of love, the price of our emotions. These are the politics of love, and we want such devotion. These are the politics of love, the price of our emotions. These are the politics of love, and we want such devotion. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the women and the children, yeah.
Stand up for the women and children. Stop the fight, bring the truth to the light. Victims will now have a voice to make a choice. Relieve their burdens, make your choice. Where's your voice? Where's your voice? How can we console by raping the land of its sources? Women and babies, yeah, they need new courses. No, it won't happen overnight, but if we take a stand and fight together, we can make it right.
Stand up, stand up, stand up for the women and the children, yeah.
Stand up for the women and children.
These are the politics of love, the price of our emotions. These are the politics of love, and we want such devotion. These are the politics of love, the price of our emotions.
Listen.
These are the politics of love, and we want such devotion.
And when all is said and done, it's a sad affair. And no one wins. And no one wins.
Stand up.
Empty hearts, heads, promises and lies. After all we've been through. After all we've been through. Tell me who has to care. I know that you care. You know what to do, and so do I. You know what to do, and so do I. You know what to do, and so do I.
Stand up.
After all we've been through, it's a sad affair. But we can win, yeah. But we can win.
Stand up.
Lève-toi pour les femmes et les enfants du Congo.
Stand up.
Simameni.
Stand up, baby. Oh my
I
God.
haven't heard
Is
that song for a while, and it's so interesting to know that the lyrics were written 20 years ago, and then I shifted a little bit about the whole, political scenario, and to have it played today just is it stops me in my tracks because it is about standing up.
No kidding, it is.
It's time we all stand up and unite.
Well, here's what we're going to stand up and unite about now. Thank you for that musical snack. My tummy's full now, and my soul is just beautiful. So across the plains of North Dakota, thousands of people have gathered with the Standing Rock Sioux tribe in recent months to protest that construction that's going on of that 1,172-mile oil pipeline. And it's gotten serious out there. It's gotten so serious that we've made it a topic and a primary issue to help support our friends that are out there fighting against sources that are really bad. And I'm going to bring Lori on, but I also, Doug, are you out there, brother?
I am. I'm here. I'm here in New Jersey.
All right, Doug.
How's our reception?
Oh man, it's beautiful. It sounds like you're sitting on my lap, waiting for waiting for Santa to tell you what you're going to get for Christmas.
There you go.
Yeah. So Michael was on. Doug was on last week, and we were with Funkalicious. He broke out his harmonica. If you didn't get to catch that show, go to the LATalkRadio.com. Go to the Rockers for Wildlife channel under the video channel, and the archives are at the bottom. That was one heck of a show. And so let's do an update real quick. Lori, I'm going to let you bring it all together. So this is Lori Woodley. She's on the front line.
Hey. Hello.
Hey.
Yeah, well, we've both been on the front line. We've both been there. As people know, I was there when Shailene was arrested and went through that whole thing and the oppression. The camp has risen to 8,000 people at one time. It dropped off some, and now it's growing again, back up to about 4,000. What's happening at Standing Rock is a model for what can happen across our world. Mm-hmm. And the people who are, there at camp and some of people sacrificing jobs and relationships and to be there and to be a voice where it feels like there is no voice has been incredibly inspiring. And they need support and help and more of us to get to Standing Rock. And the violence is there, and if you're not interested in being on the front lines and the possibility of getting maced and having guns in your face, like the gun piece is very personal for me.
Locked in a dog cage.
You're locked in a dog cage, numbered like a prisoner. And if that's not the place for you, that's okay, because you can be at camp and do a lot of other things that support those that want to be on the front lines. There is a place for everybody there, and there's something to do in some way to contribute. They need us.
That's right.
What's happening. And really, this morning, it becomes all the more important to see that everyday people are making a difference because they say they can, and that they don't have to step back and think, oh, well, if the top doesn't support me, then I have nothing to say. What can I do? We can do a lot.
You damn right we can. Doug, take it away, brother.
Well, I sort of woke up this morning like so many others and felt, the haze of the news last night. And then I just thought, well, what can we do? There's one of those great little quotes, which is, when you wake to a world where you do not fit in, it is because you are called to be part of creating a new one. And that's really what Standing Rock is standing for. The people out there, they started defending their own water, and very soon when the world just started to come to their side and stand with them, even though media wasn't and politics weren't, and Obama promised and promised and promised, but still hasn't, the people out there at Standing Rock certainly became aware that the issues of water is what actually unites all of humanity. So people have come from literally around the globe. I live in Australia. I've made my way out there 3 times. I've sort of given up visiting my family in New Jersey on some occasions to come out there, and people have come from all over. Tribes came from all over the country. It's the largest gathering of Native Americans ever in history. So more than in pre-modern times, pre-invasion times. Never have they united on any one single issue like they have for this. Over 500 tribes are in support of what's happening at Standing Rock, and I think probably 350 or more maybe now have been on the ground there at some point in Standing Rock, and it's always inspiring when a new tribe arrives and carries their message of grounded connection to Earth, and reminding us all of if we don't have clean air, clean water, and healthy land, there is no economy. There is no growth. If we're choking to death the way that China is on its own coal effluence, and so I woke up with renewed hope that the hope that was promised by Obama when he took office, and I cried, in 2008, and one voice can change a room, and it can change a room, it can change the country, and it can change the country, it can change the world. Well, we're still waiting for that at Standing Rock and in so many of the other issues that had been promised along the way. And I know there are all kinds of reasons for all that sort of stuff, but before he goes, if Obama can just do that one stroke of a pen that stops the pipeline going under the Missouri River at Standing Rock, I think it would be a beacon of light that would gather around the challenging times ahead. I was going to say dark times ahead, but hopefully they're just challenging times that rally all of us even more ardently to come to a renewed devotion to this world. So I kind of wrote a quick little version of a song, if I can lay that out just now.
Yeah, rock and roll. Here's you another musical snack, everybody. Enjoy.
Yep. So
it's an hors d'oeuvre.
So it's based on the classic "Baby, Please Don't Go." So it's Obama, please say no, because literally all he has to do is issue an executive order that says, nope, the pipeline's not going to cross there where it threatens Standing Rock water supply. And it would make a huge change to our paradigms of development before people. So it's people before development, water before pipelines. And this is Obama, please say no.
Rock the house, brother.
Obama, please say no. Obama, please say no. Obama, please say no to the pipeline now. We love our water, so Obama, please say no.
I love the harp. It's great.
It's classic.
There you go.
I'm loving it. Obama, please say no. That's the special written tune. All right, everybody, there's your musical snack test. You just got bumped off there. There you go.
It's
Sorry.
good to be bumped off
Politics of love for
that.
just Obama, please say no. Oh, what a new hit. I'm going to be singing that all day long.
We'll start
Doug,
a new chant.
do me a favor. Stay on deck. I'm going to mute you right now. We're going to swing around. We've got a few other guests, but we are coming back to this topic, people, because here's the thing. It's not going away. And I want to share this. This pipeline's path runs through 4 states and not only threatens Native American sacred lands and cultural sites, but it also compromises food security and water access for families who call the Standing Rock Sioux Reservation and neighboring communities home. And without a guarantee that that pipeline is going to be halted, the community plans to remain permanently, even with winter approaching. That's why it's important that you all go and help support. I mean, these people can freeze to death up there. That's how serious. Everybody knows the weather's horrible there. So we're going to talk about how we can all band together to help those people that are standing up there to fight for this, okay? So we're going to swing back around. I'm going to mute you real quick, brother, and we're coming back to you. Stay on deck, warm that harmonica up.
Sure.
Here we go.
Yep.
All right, so now we are going to go to Tatiana. And let me tell you, she is a force within herself. She's got a poem that she's going to share called Let's Be Aware, correct?
Yes.
We'll be leading there, but I'm going to have her, let's talk about, and let's see, you've got a female lead in an award-winning indie film, Into the Silent Sea. Let's talk about your movie.
Yes, it's a film directed and produced by Andre Landin. It was filmed in California, but what's interesting, it's a period piece about Russian astronauts back from Soviet Union. It's a love story, kind of heartbreaking, but like with hope for humanity.
Nice. Love it.
It's been a blessing to work on this project. Andre is an extremely talented up-and-coming director who, with this film alone, won on a film festival circuit. He won about 14 or 15 awards, I believe.
Wow.
And I was, for myself, I was nominated for Best Actress.
Nice. Congrats.
Yay.
Awesome.
it was a really beautiful project to work on, and it touches on women empowerment.
Love it.
And because it revolves around this really strong, young woman who is the only one competing against a bunch of, strong, capable men for the right to be the first one to go to space.
Interesting.
So, and and like just generally about honor and human connection, relationships, because her main competitor becomes her love interest and ends up being the one sent in her place. But there's a twist to it. He didn't do it to betray her. He did it to save her, but she doesn't know about it. So, I mean, I would suggest to look into this film. It's really beautiful. And
Into the Silent Sea.
Into the Silent Sea.
Where can they go look at something like that?
Actually, if you will just Google it online, there's going to be information about it online. There's a trailer available to see, and I believe this movie is available somewhere online. I will need to put that information up.
Just
on my
put it
website.
out. Put it out on the website, and that's one of the other things is she's got a wonderful website, and you want to tell everybody where to go for that?
Yes, it's my name. It's www.tatianadektar.com, and I should probably spell that.
Well, here's the thing. If you all look on the screen, I have a banner that's got everybody's name who's speaking, and her spelling is right there. So you just put a .com on the end of it, and you are rocking and rolling. She has got an amazing picture on there. That looks like something out of Mad Max Thunderdome or something. That is an amazing that she looks tough as nails on this shot. This is crazy. So I understand Truly Indie Studios Productions. What's your involvement with them?
I got involved with Truly Indie Studios on so many levels. It's basically like a family to me right now. One of my families alongside Gwen. Aside from acting in multiple projects by Truly Indie Studios, I got to express myself as a producer, as a co-creator of one of the projects.
Impressive.
We co-created Heroes with Issues along with actor, director, writer, producer, multi-talented Sean Piccinino, and Brian Suskind, our producer Steve Pisa. Very talented, amazing people with honorable hearts. Part of the reason why I got so tight with that particular team is because it's really hard to find genuine people in this industry.
Got that right.
These guys over and over again have proved themselves to be real, to be genuine, to be true, to be good friends, to stand up for what they believe in, to not sell out. And this is what speaks to me, and my loyalty is always with people like that.
Absolutely. Well, that's why you got a country boy next to you on the left and one on the right, right?
Absolutely.
Boy, you're surrounded by cowboys today. What
I
the
feel
heck?
really safe right now.
Am I a cowgirl?
Are you
I came from Iowa.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I could
you
be
are a
a
Midwest girl. You are a cowgirl. No cow. Hang on. Oh, my God, she's got boots on. I had to take a peek under the... she is a cowgirl. What the heck? So you have a bunch of other stuff now. Let's talk about martial arts and global women empowerment.
Yes, I'm glad you brought it up, because I feel like nowadays there's a couple of things that we need to keep in mind. Sometimes we need to wait for somebody to come along and help us, and sometimes we need to help ourselves. And I feel like martial arts is a way to help ourselves. And I'm not just talking about like if you're getting mugged in a dark alley. I'm talking about martial arts is so much more than just a physical part. Physical part is just a tip top of the iceberg. What it does, it changes the way you perceive life.
Yes.
It changes how do you face your challenges. It changes your ability to get up after you get knocked down and keep moving forward. It changes, it strengthens your spirit and your mind, and those are the most important things. And body follows, of course, but this is not what martial arts is all about. Right. Martial arts is making you into, how Tess rightfully said, peaceful warrior. There is a saying, an old saying that a master was asked once by his students. They said, "Grandmaster, why are you gardening? You're a warrior." And he said, "It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war."
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, I like
Ooh,
that.
that's
Yeah.
good.
And this is something that I would like to bring to the attention of all women. And I'm not just talking about the new generation, I'm talking about everybody, because we can all do something. We can all just move in that direction, everybody at their own pace.
Yep.
But since I was a kid, I wanted to do martial arts, and I asked my parents multiple times, but they denied me. I did ballet, I did opera singing, I did all kinds of cool stuff, and which I'm grateful for. But
Absolutely.
not martial arts, because they, for some reason, thought that it was something that only boys would do.
Right.
However, I feel like martial arts does not discriminate by gender. If anything, women need it more.
Absolutely.
Women need it more because around the world today, the domestic violence issue is, Tess is right, it is growing.
Yes, it is.
Statistics are pretty scary. And
1 in 3.
1 to 3 now?
One
out of
every
three.
one.
One in three.
So at this table, there's 3 women. There's one of us here.
Wow.
I raise my hand. That's what my book is about. You know, I'm the 1 in 3. You know, so
I'm the other one because
Okay,
I
so-
actually faced physical abuse throughout my life on different levels, and my knowledge and my ability to stand up for myself did get me out of those situations. But I know cases when women weren't as lucky as I was.
Absolutely.
And 2 of my friends just this year alone got attacked in the act of domestic violence by someone that they've been together with, someone they've been pregnant with, like this man's child. Both
my
of them
gosh.
got attacked while being pregnant. And
Wow.
one of them has almost died in this incident. And I just have to say that it doesn't, I cannot wrap my mind around it.
Oh, yeah.
And I can tell you this, that if something like this takes place in the world, it's utmost important that women stand up and do what's right and stand up for themselves and for others around them. Because if you let something like this go unnoticed, you basically allow it to thrive.
Oh, yes.
What do we do when we get a cold? When we get a cold, we catch a flu, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do? We take I don't know, drink tea with honey. I don't know. Everybody,
Theraflu, whatever.
yeah, we
a hot
take
toddy.
we take action. We take action. We do
Exactly.
something to fix it. And this problem is growing, and we need to make it known, and we need to stand up, and we need to help ourselves. There's a lot of wonderful men around, and 2 of them are present in this room right now who
Hey.
support women, protect women. However, there are men who are not aware. I feel like ignorance is a huge factor in violence in the world, period. So 2 things that can solve it. 1, unite, and 2, education.
That's it.
People need to educate themselves, you know. And so going back to the martial arts, I would like to say a huge thank you to Grandmaster Steve Pisa, a good friend of mine that has a martial arts school, Academy of Kung Fu, located in Tarzana, California. And I would like to just encourage all women that are listening to this message right now, get out there and get stronger and stand up for yourselves and stand up for your sisters. Don't wait for someone else to do something. You are someone. Do it.
Absolutely.
that's why she's such
Exactly.
a great Gwen gal.
No kidding.
You know, right when Gwen began, this is one of the first ones that I met, and I just fell in love with her. And we're still I helped behind the scenes anonymously with the gal that got beaten up, because there's certain steps you have to take. You have to get out of the blame shame game. There's
Right.
many things that we get to do as women to stand up with each other.
Absolutely. I
Oh,
wanted to lower that a little bit.
If I may just add something, both of my friends who faced domestic violence this year, they're both thriving. They both survived. They pulled through, and I'll tell you more than that. They are really powerful women today.
Yes.
They found a way with their friends' support, because they were really brave. They reached out and they said, "This is what happened to me. I need you guys," and we were there for them. And with that strong sense of unity and friendship and mutual love and respect, we all kind of pitched into it. And today, right now, they're actually succeeding in making a difference in the world on their own level within their own cases.
I'm loving it. That's brilliant.
So shout out to my friends Tuyet and Sasha. Love you guys.
Hey, yeah, keep your power and keep your strength up. I have an interesting story about going into martial arts. So I grew up in a very physically violent home. My mom and dad were married multiple times in between them, but one of my stepdads was an ex-Vietnam vet, very angry guy, but he was real calm, collective. Nobody would have ever seen that on the front end. After he marries my mom, boom, physical and verbal abuse at multiple levels. I took a beating every night from this guy when he went to work. So by the time I was 12, a friend of mine started taking karate. It was called Goju. And I went down to the YMCA. He said, why don't you come down? And I wasn't exposing any of my problems to anybody. I wasn't saying a word. My mom's life was better. There was more money coming in. Things were good. And so I didn't want to rock the boat. So I just took the beating. So I went down to the YMCA, and the gentleman that was teaching it, he said, so why are you here? And I said, to beat up my stepdad. He said, you can leave now. And so I went home and thought about that and why that answer wasn't very good. And so I went back the following day, and he says, so why do you want to take this? And I said, well, I want to find balance and harmony. And he said, now you can join my class. And so we spent 6 months in meditation. And I mean, I was 12 years old. So it helped me to find a peace and balance that I didn't even know existed because it was just chaos. And unfortunately, it did roll into a physical thing. By the time I was 15, I got popped on the head by the back of a butter knife sitting at the dinner table. And my karate came out, and I gave him one good hit, and he went about 6 feet backwards in his chair. Unfortunately, it led to many other things. But I'll tell you something about I agree totally on the martial arts thing. It led me through my life to be able to find that center point. It gives me that meditative peace that I need when there isn't very much peace around us. And so, yes, you all, anybody, male or female, if you're not finding your way, there are so many different ways that you can go about finding that balance and that peace and harmony. And that's what we got to have in this world. We're missing love. We've got to get hope, faith, and belief back into people's lives. Now, with that being said, I'm going to mention, thank you for sharing all that. And we're going to swing back around to you, Tatiana. I promise that. Wow. We've got some powerful women here. It's pretty amazing. So, Michael Kenner I met at the Road to Redemption movie premiere about a week or two ago, and he's tied into this crowd right here, the motley crew that we've got. And
it is a motley crew, right?
It is a motley crew. You know what? Michael's got quite a story. Went from a back disorder with a back brace for a couple years. I was around that with an aunt of mine that I saw what she went through. Designed a once-a-week program at a local community center at an old basketball court, and turned it into a skating rink. And he started helping special needs kids to roller skate, and some of them couldn't even hardly stand up. But it really helped them to feel normal and accomplished, and it modified the way they perceive themselves and how they fit into society. And I consider that to be a brilliant thing. We have somebody here also. He can go ahead and come on into the studio. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Sorry. We've got so many wonderful people just popping in. That's the beauty of our station, is we can do it however we want. Come on in.
What's up, man?
How's it going, brother?
Welcome. Hello.
You want to do a quick?
Yeah, so we mentioned your name earlier. You might want to sit over here because you're right in the line of the camera.
Yeah, there's a camera right there, and we're
Say
live.
hello to everybody.
You got to come in tight on that corner.
Squeeze on in there, Francesco.
Tight.
So Francesco was one of the musicians on Politics of Love, which we played at the top of the show. He's an amazing bass player, played with Effervescence, then Lizzie, has his own band. Moonchild. Out on tour, doing a lot of recording, blah, blah, blah. Just amazing. It's good to see you again.
It's good to be working.
I love working. Well, we're a little tight.
I'm not on the street corner.
Absolutely. We're a little tight time-wise, kiddos. I want to swing back around to Michael. I wanted to say hi as our new guest came in. We're going to swing back around. We've got a couple things we've got to cover. We've got about 17 minutes, so we are going to weave in and out real quick. So talk a little bit about what you're up to, Michael. I know you were in the print business directly from West Virginia. You've got quite a career and an amazing daughter. You're in equestrian type things, right?
Wow, how do I fit that into 17 minutes? I'm sorry, the rest of you guys have no more time.
Well, that just about does it for this.
They can go. They can go
Thank
get a
you
coffee.
for joining us today.
Thanks for joining us. Goodbye.
Actually, I was born in Virginia. I was born a Southern gentleman and went to college in West Virginia, which was a culture shock. Grew up in the Vietnam days, so I saw a lot of people coming back hurting. And I think that we were raised, you either oppose or emulate the environment you grew up in. And I kind of grew up with, unlike many unfortunates, with Ozzie and Harriet as parents, and there was a lot of love and a lot of support. And so I took that concept of positive energy and support and thought, what can I do to help other people? That I've had a lot of support from energy people, from Korean grandmaster martial artists, dietitians, to help understand how I could live a less painful life without medication. So having come here heavily medicated, I chose a different path.
I hear ya.
Didn't want to live a life living just on pain pills.
Boy, I'm telling you, I
So
respect
That's such
that.
a dangerous thing,
It
too.
is. You know what? Let's say something, because Lori, she's got so many things. She's got to run. I hate to interrupt real quick, but let's say bye to Lori. She's back out on the front line. Call me.
And Doug can give you the information.
Doug, we're going to hit back here in just a second. Lori, I'll talk to you this week. Thank you for coming out. We're here to support you. Let everybody know on the front line we're here.
Great, and they're going to love that too.
Take care.
Thank you very much.
See you, Lori. All right, carry on, soldier.
So I came out to LA and met some amazing people, one of which was a chiropractor, sports medicine guy, and he asked me why was I not riding horses when I grew up around horses, and I told him I was handicapped, and he told me that I wasn't. That was just a misunderstanding of a medical condition, that I was abled. I just had to see life a little bit differently. That I should learn to ski again, learn to ride again, learn to love again, and learn to help people, which I'd always done.
Awesome.
So I found that one of the few things that I could do with owning a commercial print shop was support nonprofits and charities. So I don't support any particular cause. I support all causes.
I love it.
He's been great with us.
I have known Tess now since the early 90s.
Wow.
And
We
I can
were
tell you
kids.
how many different projects that we
were
worked
17.
on.
Wow, they
He
were
printed
babies.
He
They
printed
were-
my first book.
That was Pampers commercials, wasn't it, that y'all met at?
No, but he literally printed.
I was the Gerber child.
Yeah, he printed my first book.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, he's a master printer. And by the way, you're still active in that industry because you're getting ready to do some stuff for us.
Absolutely. I still support. I do not own equipment anymore. I'm a consultant, so I can help anybody produce any type of printing that they want. I have relationships with printers from Santa Monica to the Valley with all kinds of different amazing equipment.
That's awesome.
That is tailored to your specific needs, so you can actually save money and get a better job by using some of the people in my network.
Awesome.
And
how do people reach you? How what's the best way to get in touch with you?
I've been off grid, so you have to know me or you.
What you talking
or
about,
Tess.
What you talking about?
I can give you a phone number. There's no website.
Yeah, the phone number's good. Hey, any of you all that have print needs, small, large, medium, whatever.
I do.
This is the man. This is the man. So I'm sure competitively he's going to beat the pants off of everybody. But I can tell you this: the quality is the key. So if you're looking for quality work and not just Vista Print, throw it out there. This is the man.
It's also merchandise
And
too. T-shirts. He's done all kinds of
if
stuff.
you need monogrammed underwear.
That's what I need. That's what I want.
I've got to have some monogrammed
glad I came today.
undies. We can get Francesco
that's-
set up. We're both going to walk out
Monogrammed
monogrammed undies before this is over with.
I want my band name on it.
Coffee
On
mugs.
the back.
Oh,
Moonchild.
Yeah.
That's perfect
Silk
on your
screened or
behind.
Moonchild, get it?
yeah. Or just moon if it's
Show
on the
me
back
your
side.
moonchild, baby.
That would be a tattoo then, and I have a source for you.
See
there
why he's
too.
been great Rockers for Wildlife.
I
guy?
love it. He's perfect for it. He's a brother
I
from
wanted you
another
two
mother.
to meet because of his
Sorry.
project and all that.
That's all
that's
cool.
so cool.
Give everybody your number.
Paul, 310-261-9623.
One more time.
That number again is 310-261-9623. Call me anytime.
Michael and I are so much
Really?
alike. I knew he was
Anytime,
going to go.
16.
And that number again. Call 1-800. I'll print anything for you. No,
you guys have done this before.
Don't try that number. Don't try that number. You'll be in all kinds of hurt, and you'll be pissed off at me like nobody's business. So there's my PR, Diana Kelly. That's the woman that keeps me online, in track of everything that needs to happen. Amazing PR lady. I'd like to say that you all could use her, but you can't, because I am overwhelming her with Paul. So it's a good space. So talk to us, brother.
What's happening?
Oh, man, I'm just rocking the house.
What would you like to know?
Everything and then some. So we're talk about what's going on. What are you working on these days?
Well, I'm working on my own band right now called Moonchild.
Where can people go look at that?
Yeah, honestly, I've been a sideman for so many people.
Yeah.
I did Evanescence's first record. I played with Chris Poland from Megadeth, Ronnie Montrose, Fonda Shepherd. I played with Thin Lizzy.
Yep.
I was in that band for 3 years, which was like one of the
got to
most
play with Gary
surreal
Moore?
gigs. No, but I played with John Sykes, who's one of the greatest guitar
Well, John
players
Sykes
on the
is
planet.
one of my heroes. Dude, with what he did in Whitesnake and then went off.
He's a genius.
He is a
He's
genius.
An absolute genius on the guitar. Great
Dude.
songwriter, great singer. He plays keyboards. He's just
He's
unbelievable.
Tour de force.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's always been one of my favorite guitar players.
Damn right.
And when I was like 18, I first heard that big record he did with Whitesnake.
Whitesnake. Oh yeah.
I was like
Slide
younger
it
than
in.
that. But anyway, no, that was
No,
after
the
that.
one-
Yeah,
Yo,
that was
yes.
a big record. But anyway,
Yeah, hot.
I always had a feeling I was going to work with him, and then 20 years later, like he's calling me on the phone. It was the weirdest thing, man. It was the weirdest thing.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like surreal. But anyway, I got to play with Tommy Aldridge. He was,
Sweet.
Yeah, Tommy
I
Aldridge.
just saw
was-
him with David Coverdale.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's still playing with Whitesnake. actually.
Dude,
Yeah.
he brutalized.
He's unbelievable
He came
drummer.
up with his hands
Unbelievable.
on a drum solo that I would have
Yeah.
been beaten bloody. It
Yeah,
made
yeah.
Pete Townsend
That's
back
his-
in the day look like a sissy
that's
with
his
that bloody
trademark.
hand.
Yeah,
It
he
is
does-
his
he
trademark.
does
He
this-
brutalized
Yeah.
him. Crazy. Love
Yeah,
him.
he starts his solo with the sticks, and
da,
then
da,
he
da,
throws
and
the
then
sticks
boom.
and does the rest with his hands.
Crowning this.
That's crazy.
Oh man.
Yeah, but
Give
and
me
then
all
Scott
that.
Gorham, who was the original guitar player.
Oh yeah.
In Thin Lizzy,
Yep.
he was the original guy
Yes.
that played with.
That's who you got
with
to play
Phil
with?
Lynott. Phil Lynott, to me is one of the greatest bass player songwriters in the world.
Yeah.
So it was kind of surreal. 'cause
Besides
I grew
French,
up-
let's
Dude,
go to
I grew up,
Cosmo.
I grew up listening to them. One
Wow.
of the greatest bands.
This is
Yeah.
crazy.
He's amazing.
Yeah, it was
bass
really,
player.
it was wild.
Okay, we're having you back on the show. I know you
Okay.
got here a little late,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
we're
sorry.
going to do a... No, don't be sorry. It's all good.
Sorry.
Here's the beauty. We control this show, so you're good.
Awesome.
But we
So I
are...
guess the check went through.
You did. We are definitely going to have him back because
man.
we're going to be playing some music. We are going to
cool.
get some other cats in
Great.
here and do it up. It's going to get good.
Yeah.
So
I can send you some of my original stuff.
Oh man, I'm dying to hear it. I definitely want to play some of that
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
show.
it's good.
So we're going to swing him back around real soon, so we can kind of focus the show around
You
him.
gonna swing
and
me
his wife.
around?
We're going to swing him around. You know
I
what?
can't wait for that.
He's got some cowboys in here. It's going to be like broke
got a
back.
rope in the car.
It's going.
I got a rope in the car.
That's going to be like Brokeback Mountain 2. Do you have
I
to
don't
wear
swing that way.
Hey, he was pulling out his assless chaps.
Can we say assless chaps?
We can.
Online.
I
We
guess they
can.
just
Oh yeah, we just did it again.
The beauty of it is we're not regulated. I love it. Yeah, we can speak our
Unregulated
mind.
talk radio.
Assless chaps.
Naked pagan
I was wondering
orgies
why I
with-
was cold on my Harley the last time I rode it, and then I realized I was completely just hanging out, and I grabbed the wrong chap. Well, I grabbed the wrong chaps. I didn't put my jeans on before I put my chaps on. That gives a whole new meaning to Free Willy, doesn't it?
Sounds like a country song to me.
It sure does, boss. He's surrounded by cowboys in here.
Hey, I'm funny, but looks aren't everything. You know what I'm saying?
That's it, boy. Thank you very
Got
much.
some moonshine at the house there, Paul. If
Hey,
you guys want to.
you better save some of that, dude.
Moonshine for
At
moonshine.
least you'll have an excuse. This time.
Absolutely. You know what I wanted to do? We got to swing a musical snack around here because Tatiana is quite the talented young lady, and she's got a song, and it's called "Tell Me." Do you want to give a little preempt to the song?
I just want to say thank you so much to Neil Jerome, who produced that song. Wherever you might be right now, you're super talented, and I really appreciate you.
We love you too, because she's getting ready to release this right now. Here we go. Tell me.
Tell me, why do you think you own my life? Leave me, let me go, forgive me. I can't stay here, never. Tell me that you love me, don't say you need me. I won't believe you, I'm not what I really look like. You're mistaken, my heart is still breaking. You played your part, and it's not how I want it to be. Let me go, you should know I'm not yours to possess. Save your eyes, 'cause my eyes full of more shed a tear. Let go of my fear. No more pain, no more crying, no more losing my mind. Baby, I will survive. Touch me, make it alive. Watch me make it alive. Slowly killing me, you lost my trust. Always trying to control me. Feeling hurt from all the pain I had to deal with sorrow. Call me back tomorrow, but now I'm busy. Enough, I don't wanna listen. You stuck in lies, boy, you made your prison. Oh yeah, we have been together, but now it's over. It's so much better now. You played your part, but it's not how I want it to be. Let me go, you should know I'm not yours to possess. I'll be fine, time to shine and be free more or less. Save your lies, 'cause my eyes full of more shed a tear. I will go of my fear. No more pain, no more crying, no more losing my mind. Maybe I will survive. Watch me make it alive.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm
love
loving
I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
Oh my God,
We
he
got-
just did that. He does it all the time. You guys are brothers from another mother's. I love it.
This is really good. Here we go. We got another minute, kids.
Quite understand that. Tell
The only thing it needs is me playing bass on it.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, he would.
Why didn't you make things right? You played your part, but it's not how I want it to be. Let me go, you should know I'm not yours to possess. I'll be fine, time to shine and be free more or less. Save your lies, 'cause my eyes full of more shed a tear. I'll go off my feet. Watch me make it alive.
Very nice, Tatiana.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Thank you so much.
Wow,
nice.
quite the talent.
I like it.
So here's what we got to do. We got 4 minutes. I'm going to swing everybody back around. I'm going to go to Doug real quick. Doug, are you there, brother?
Yep, I'm
Okay,
here. I'm
you
here.
you have 30 seconds. Bring us to Standing Rock. Tell us where we need to go. Let's do some support. Rock the house. 30 seconds, bro.
Fantastic. Okay, 30 seconds. You got to go to thriveaction.org and to get a great message there about how to support Standing Rock in the winterization and the plans for what will be a model micro city out there that's being designed by the natives. And the natives that out there are basically saying, look, we've had 525 years of not being delivered to from Washington, so we're not expecting that anybody in Washington is going to deliver us the redemption and the future that we need to do. So we're going to build a future that actually will make the current present obsolete and leading by example rather than attempting to wait for any political solution to what their needs are out there. So
Beautiful.
there will be a sustainable city that is true and real and grounded, and that's what people can fund and and help get involved with and get their bodies on the ground to Standing Rock or via phone calls or emails or letters.
Okay, beautiful. So, Doug, here's what we're going to do. Everybody go check those sites out. We're going to keep this topic going every single week. We are here to support these causes. We're here to support the people on the front line, the back line, anywhere they're at. This has to stop. This has to be controlled, and we are the voice for the voiceless here. Doug, we'll talk to you next week. Let's stay in touch through the week. Keep me posted. We'll be posting stuff on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. By the way, we have a new machine in place, and Twitter should be lighting up like nobody's business. We have a whole new media machine in place. Doug, you take care, brother. We'll talk to you soon. Yep. Tess, all right, you've got 1 minute, baby. Tell everybody where they need to go, what they need to do, and how they need to do it, baby.
Wow, that sounds like a lot to do in a minute. But you can find me through social media everywhere as Tess Cacciatore. You can go to Gwen Network to find out about the Gwen. But right now, I would love for people to go to homelesstothewhitehouse.com, and you can download the prologue of the book for free. And then the first trilogy is out, The Rabbit Hunter.
Boom.
So it's on a pre-election 20% discount. So it's $5.50 or something like that. And the proceeds do go to help the homeless here in Los Angeles.
And we'll be tying that link to our sites, Rocker's site, and my personal site
and
across
download
the
Politics
board.
of Love, because we need to have the
People
bass
need to
player.
hear my
Who's
bass.
who's the bass player again?
Francesco Di Cosmo.
Aha, hey.
The most important thing is that people become aware of, the human rights violations in the Congo,
Boy.
and everywhere.
Yes.
I mean, it's just
here in our
it's a
country.
big problem.
It's across the board.
Yeah.
Tatiana, where can people go to see and hear and everything else in between?
Well, like I mentioned before, if you will go to my website, TatianaDektyar.com, and it's TatianaDektyar.com. You will find all of my social media. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm on YouTube. So just look me up or just Google me.
Yep. And if you can't do that, go to my sites and you'll see all of her sites, because we're getting ready to pump the media machine like nobody's business. Oh, yeah.
Oil it up, baby.
Oh, yeah. Get the vegetable oil out. Michael, where can people get your services? Give them your number again.
Paul, actually, there is a company, American Printing and Design Limited in Culver City.
Okay.
You can Google that. You can call information.
Say that name again.
American Printing and Design Limited.
Got it.
And the phone number is 310-261-9623.
Say it again.
The number again is 310-261-9623.
Beautiful. With that being said, Rockers for Wildlife, we are all about helping save the planet, bringing topics to the mainstream. We are educating. We are inspiring. We are applying the knowledge you need to have a better life, a well-rounded life. Remember, don't accept plastic bags at the store, because the oceans can't sustain any longer if we keep pumping it full of plastic. We are in trouble. We've got to change our behaviors. And one of the fastest things, if you don't have enough money to support a specific cause, you can do it simply by not accepting plastic bags. Carry your own water bottles. Don't take plastic bottles. And you know what? We're going to be back here, same bat time, same bat channel, and we are going to do this again next Wednesday. It's a big, giant show. We're going to have everybody that's here at this panel. We're swinging it back around because we're all family. So it's all coming back. We're going to plan some musical snacks together with our famed bass player here. And we've got...
Who is he?
Who is he? Tell everybody.
Francesco Di Cosmo.
Hey! I was waiting for him to step in. I knew he would. And so we've got a great chemistry with everybody. So we're going to do this again. Everybody have... do you want to say anything on partying to anybody? Francesco?
Moonchild.
I'm partying.
You're partying with everybody.
I'm taking notes.
On partying?
I'd like to give you some suggestions on partying.
Yes, we will do that. We're going to have him back on board.
Underwear with Moonchild on the back.
Yeah, my new band Moonchild is going to be doing a record this year. So
Cool. We want to support that.
So
with you.
yeah, it's going to be really good.
Nice.
My old-time friend, Swedish guitar player Torbjörn Andersson, and he plays keyboards as well as in the band.
Yeah.
And a great friend of mine, Chad Consino, is a killer drummer, singer, and me and him sing. It's a great band.
Dude,
we play 3 nights a week. 3 nights a week.
Where at?
In Palm Springs at the Village Pub in
Village
downtown
Pub.
Palm Springs. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. every
Thursday,
week.
Friday, Saturday. Get out there, support
Yeah.
these guys. They're going to be back on the show.
Yeah.
We're going to do a big. I'd like to have the whole band back on here.
That'd be great.
Yeah, we'll do
Yeah,
a
we'll
live.
do that.
We'll do a live performance. So there you go. You just heard.
Tatiana.
And Tatiana's coming on board. So we're going to bring the whole family.
print your
Everybody,
marketing.
Rockers for Wildlife every Wednesday. Go to our Rockers for Wildlife Facebook page. Go to my page. Go to anywhere else you want to go in the world. Just have fun doing
Yeah,
it.
can I just mention my website?
Yep.
It's just
Go to your
francescodicosmo.com.
Spell it.
FrancescoDicosmo.com.
I'll put that on the website,
Yeah.
everybody. So you all will get that. We'll get some snacks out there to you. We're going to get you well fed. It's Rockers for Wildlife. We'll see you next Wednesday. Take care. Woo! Tell everybody hi and bye. Boom. We're live and out of here, baby. Boom.
Can you
Bam.
take